Hello guys and welcome to Steel Division 2. Today we are going to be starting the Bobruisk campaign on the Axis side, having previously won the Berezina campaign with the Axis. June 27th to July 2nd, 1944. Surrounded behind enemy lines, remnants of several German divisions' traps attempt to break out to reach friendly lines. At the same time, the Soviets are pushing their spearheads as fast as possible to cordon the garrison inside the pocket. Let's read the campaign description. 3 days after the Soviet First Belarusian Front unleashed its attack, the right wing of the German Army Group Center was forced back and surrounded in Bobruisk, including the Army Group's only Panzer Division. Although there was no hope of relieving the trapped units from the outside, Hitler forbade the garrison to abandon place and attempt a breakout of its own. After several counter-orders from Army Group Center, the breakout is finally set in motion in the first hours of June 27th. What remained of the 20th Panzer Division would lead the way toward Minsk, whilst scratch units and the first elements from 12th Panzer Division, arriving as reinforcements, would try to advance south to meet them. Meanwhile, the Soviet troops surrounding Bobruisk will try their best not to let their prey escape. You can see the Soviet and German forces there. Let's select our side on the Axis side, and we will set the difficulty to hard, of course. Let's jump on in.
On June 24th, General Rokossovsky's 1st Belarusian Front launches a two-pronged attack against the German 9th Army. The next day, both Soviet attacks have achieved a breakthrough and are inserting armored units to exploit them. By June 27th, half a dozen German divisions are about to be trapped in Fortress Bobruisk by Hitler's order to defend the city to the last man. Yet, the next morning, he reluctantly authorizes most forces but the garrison to break out and reach friendly lines near Marina Gorka, where the 12th Panzer Division is starting to arrive to help the Bobruisker from outside the ring. By then, the two Soviet prongs are about to meet behind Bobruisk. Every hour counts, both for the besieged to break out and the besieger to tighten the trap.
The 1st Belarusian Front's offensive against the southern flank of the Army Group Center has broken through the German lines on both sides of Bobruisk. Remnants from the 35th Corps and 41st Panzer Corps are surrounded within the city. When Hitler finally authorized the garrison to attempt to break out and return to friendly lines, the front line had moved 40 kilometers, held only by a weak screen of security units. However, the Germans have dispatched the 12th Panzer Division piecemeal to Marina Gorka to meet the Bobruiskers halfway. The Soviets' 9th Tank Corps and 1st Guards Tank Corps are doing their best to reinforce their thin cordon of troops who intend to keep the Germans encircled. Your task is to coordinate both forces to extract as many Bobruiskers as possible from the pocket. Yet keep in mind that your primary objective is to hold Marina Gorka at all costs. Bobruisk is to be held until the garrison has entirely evacuated. Primary objective: hold Marina Gorka until July 4th. Mogilev falls to Soviet troops.
And here we are on the Axis side of the Bobruisk campaign. And I'm actually quite looking forward to this one. It's going to be interesting. I'm not entirely sure how the mechanics are going to work on this campaign. We have a flag here that we need to hold on to, and we also have the flag at Marina Gorka that we need to hold on to. So, yeah, I'm not sure entirely how the mechanics are going to work as to us relieving our forces. I assume we'll probably just have to hold on to Bobruisk for a certain amount of time, and then having done so, will give us a message that says a lot of them have escaped or something, and then we can kind of leave that behind. But what I'm going to try and do is hold on to all objectives. We will try and crush the Soviets in the center and push them back. That's what we're going to try and actually do. So this will be interesting. Alright, so first of all, let's have a look over on this left hand side. We can see that there are the partisan units here. These partisans aren't terribly nasty to deal with. They don't have transport, so if we attack them, they lose very quickly. And yeah, they're not terribly strong. I mean, the partisan squads at close range could be strong, but in general, the battalion, or I guess just the partisan unit, won't really cause us too many issues other than taking away action points from our own units and kind of harassing our units on the road as we come down. If they block the road, for example, we're going to have to fight through them, which is going to be annoying. Anyway, the second battalion here, what do we have? Sitterungs, looks like 50mm mortars, MGs. None of these come in transports though, which is a little bit of a problem. Do have some 81mm mortars. I think what's going to be best for these is just to head down towards the choke points at this bridge, for example, and also towards the reinforcement point here with Gruppe Lindig and the 12th Panzer. So Gruppe Lindig and 12th Panzer are there. We have Gruppe Hofmeister in the Bobruisk city itself. Right, let's move this down anyway, and I'm probably going to move the 791st Security Battalion down. Again, these don't have any transport, so we'll just use them defensively with having them dug in. Then we have our troops here. Not sure I'm going to move blocking Group Bergen, just because they're already dug in, so that's kind of handy. And it may be worth just leaving the 303rd Mixed AA Battalion behind them for the time being. We have Battle Group Blancbois, I guess. These are Panzer IVs. We got some Panzer IV, a few half-tracks in there, Panzergrands, some 120mm mortars. It's quite diverse actually, it's not too bad. They're of course going to just zoom on down. That is absolutely fine. There is also the 4th Special Brigade. Interesting. What does this consist of? I can stop clicking off it accidentally. The 210mm Morser. Very cool. There's the Hummel in there as well. Landerschützen Ost and, well, loads of Landerschützen Ost. But none of them have transports. So, more of a defensive unit for sure. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll just have those probably come down, I think, here on this side with these other two units. And then we have the 853rd AA Battalion. Alright. Flak 36s, Flak 38s, Flak Fillings. No 88s, unfortunately. So we'll probably just have to use them as actual AA. So that's fine. Alright, well, we'll bring them down regardless. Cool. That's pretty much everything done for this side. I should probably check what reinforcements I can get, actually. So Gruppe Lindig is here. We can bring in the 268th Pioneer Battalion, which consists of Pioneers, Sturmpioneers, so all close-range infantry, and then 81mm mortars and some Panzerbuchsers. After that, Security Regiment, I assume these are just Sitterungs, yeah, without transports. That's fine. And then Gruppe Meinecker, which is a couple of Tigers, which is quite nice, and a bunch of Panzergrands without transports as well. Okay. But I assume they can all come in at this point, so that's fine. Then we have Gruppe Hofmeister, which we can already bring in. Well, actually, we don't have enough points to bring it in, so never mind. Regiment Group 118. This is Grenadiers. They actually have transports, so that's nice. Same with Regiment Group 87. It's all going to be Grenadiers, sorry, with Panzerfaust. And they have Marder 3s, also the SDKFZ 71s, Pack 40s, Panzerschrecks, lovely stuff. And then this one's got a couple Stugs. All of these have transports, great. They're actually going to be relatively strong if we drop them in at Hofmeister, at the Hofmeister reinforcement point. After that, the 45th Infantry Division. Okay, it's just more of the same. Then the Hofmeister Garrison, which is territorial infantry, such as Landerschützen, and the Artillery Group. Okay, what are these artillery? Oh, SFH 150mm, nice. And then the 383rd Infantry Division, which is the Stug. I think this is like the Fortress Battalion, the one that's not allowed to leave. Grenadiers, all the same. Okay, cool. 12th Panzer Division, let's have a look at this. So the 25th Panzergran Regiment. This is just Panzergrans in normal vehicles, that's fine. Although the 1st Battalion is lacking a company or two. Interesting. Alright, well, that's fine. After that, Panzergruppe, which is the artillery group here with Vespa, Vespa, and then the LEFH 105 mils, and then the 29th Panzer Regiment, the 2nd Battalion of the 29th. No Panthers, all Panzer IVs, and other random tanks, like a bunch of Panzer IIIs and stuff. Interesting. Alright, then we have the 5th Panzergrenadier Regiment, which is just more Panzergrens, I assume. Yeah, it's all the same as we've seen before. And then the 12th Panzer Division HQ section, which has some AT guns. And a bunch of Ersatztruppen without any trucks. Okay, what about the 32nd Armoured Pioneer Battalion? I mean, they don't really have much, do they? Okay, so we're certainly working with very limited forces throughout this campaign, I guess. I don't remember exactly what we're going to be up against, but yeah, I'm sure it's pretty nasty. Regardless, let's have a look at what we got up here. So we got the Division Group 296, which is the Grenadiers. There's also the Panzerschreck there, and they've got some Stugs. Nice. A couple Stugs there as well, supporting some Grenadiers. These Grenadiers don't have any transports, and they only have like MG26s. What about these ones? That's similar. Okay. These guys don't have tanks either. Interesting that we can go towards their airfield already. I'm just wondering if that's a possibility. That might just be worth doing. I'm tempted to try it. I think I've heard about this being a thing before, so let's send a unit in that direction, see if we find anything. We found the 273rd Fighter Regiment, and we've also found the 6th Bomber Regiment, so that's something. In this case, probably worth just going towards the Bobruisk Partisans. I'm probably just going to shift around the top side, see if we can get past them. If not, we will just attack them and then continue through. But I guess the idea of these is to just consolidate. I might take this bridge though and just hold there. Could be a good idea just to contain the forces for the time being so we don't end up getting cut off on the top side of the map, which I believe is something they can do. So we'll try and not allow that to happen. But yeah, we'll give this a go as well. Try and destroy their aircraft. These can be like a little special forces group that goes to the airfield just to sabotage it before we leave. In Bobruisk itself, there's a bunch of troops here. We don't want them to have this sort of symbol next to them. We want them to be outside. Otherwise, these can only be auto-resolved as far as I'm aware. So I think what we're going to do is try and move away. Which ones can dig in? Because we do have troops coming in from the right-hand side as far as I remember. So we're going to want to dig in some troops there. We can actually dig in the 20th Recon Panzer Battalion, which is interesting because we do have some Panzergrens there. This is quite a strong Recon Battalion. I think I might move the Regiment Group 112 across. Okay. And I'm just going to like move them out a little bit. I'm going to have this one just out of the thing as well. Cool. That'll do. And they can reinforce each other and we can use the artillery when we need to. Might just have the artillery on the road though. We can't see any troops yet, so it should be fine. Right. What next? So we have the regiment group here. These have grenadiers with transports, which is good, and the tank group 20, which is the Panzer division that it was talking about, like the only Panzer division left. It's got some Marder 3s, some Panzer 4Gs. You have some Vespa, which is nice, and what is that? Oh, it's just the Befehl Panzer 3. Interesting. Alright, well, these are going to want to start moving towards Lindig. So we're just going to go up the road here. I'm not sure what's in between. Ooh, hello. 15th Guards Tank Brigade. It's pretty nasty, isn't it? Alright, I guess we'll just zoom up next to these Do I get much infantry? We do get a bunch of Panzergrenadiers actually with the tank group, so I could potentially force the attack there early on. We sort of lead the charge with the tank group and then have the regiment group 134 come up behind. Might be fine. As for the recon Panzer Battalion, I'm tempted to come down this road and see what's going on. There's one unit there, that's the 19th Motorized Rifle Battalion. The 16th Guards Tank Brigade, oof. Nasty stuff. Don't want to get too close here, otherwise they'll get attacked. Alright. Maybe worth like moving down to the bottom side here, just cut this off. Or maybe if I let these move away, we can go across the bridge behind them. We'll see. I might just use up the movement points to grab some more land like that. Just to make sure that nothing can get surrounded. As for the 20th Panzer Division, I guess we'll just have them move up here with those units. And next turn I'll probably bring in the Hofmeister units here at Bobruisk so we can hold on to that. But this turn, I guess we may as well bring in the 268th Pioneer Battalion. So let's do that. Now, I'm not sure which way the 15th Guards Tank Brigade is going to go, but if they come towards our reinforcement point here, it may be worth moving something to kind of intercept them on the road. So that I can have time for the 268th Pioneer Battalion to dig in. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to move up the artillery maybe in front, because the artillery is going to be relatively useless for the time being. It's not always terribly good defensively. Yeah, if I have that in the way, then hopefully that won't be able to be attacked. It will stop them because they'll have to move. They'll have to use their action points to move in the first place. And then we can fall back. Although saying that, the 13th Guards Motorized Rifle Battalion might be able to attack that. We'll leave it there. We'll see what goes on. That is more or less all of our troops moved. We can bomb stuff, I think. We have a night bomber wing here, which does have the bombard action. These are Ju-88s. That's cool. And there is some Focke-Wulf 189s as well. And then there is the 3rd 51st Fighter Wing, 3rd Battalion. So that's just Focke-Wulf 190s and a couple of ground attack Focke-Wulfs. Good for strafing. Could be a good idea to just do air superiority this turn in front of their airfield, just to make sure that that's a null issue. Well, that actually revealed a bunch of stuff here as well. Okay. Armored Group. Quite a simple name. The 9th Tank Corps. Cool. And they got some recon there, a bunch of infantry and stuff. Alright, well, that's all of our movements done. Let's move on to the next turn. The Partisans looks like they moved on to the road on the left-hand side, which is awkward. I wonder if I can actually get to this airfield. Surely something's just going to come up and cut us off. Another unit moved in behind those tanks, which is quite strong in terms of armor. So that's interesting. They aren't coming straight towards Bobruisk yet, which will give us time to dig in with that unit that I moved, so that's good. Alright. Let's see if we can destroy the units at the airfield. I'm curious if this actually works. It's a bit cheesy, but oh well. Scorched earth, boys. It does work. It actually does work. Okay, there you go, guys. That is the tactic for this campaign. Alright, we'll start moving away because I'm not sure we're going to be able to stay in that position. Right. We need to dig these guys in, and none of the others can dig in as far as I'm aware, so we'll just leave them be. We do have the Bobruisk Partisans in our way. I don't know if I have enough troops here that have transports to really push that attack. I mean, they don't have transports either, so it probably doesn't matter. We can just overwhelm them. I could use the 791st Security Battalion as well, but I think we're going to move them down to the bridge here, just to hold that off. There is some units coming up through there. So, yeah, with these partisans, I think I'm just going to push in with the 4th Special Brigade, and then we'll have the other 2 units just go as far as they can to get down to the 791st Security Battalion. Now, these guys, they need to dig in, although saying that, they can probably be attacked. Alright, well, we'll dig them in anyway, and I'm going to move my artillery back, of course, so we'll just have them behind. Fine. If they come in with the tanks, we can always back up with the 303rd Mixed Air Battalion, so that's fine. And I think I'm going to have Battle Group Blanc, I'm just going to call them Blanc, come in between here to kind of block off any movement around this point, because they can dig in as well. So we'll do that. Cool. Then we have the ability to bring in some more troops. So we do have Hofmeister. Oh, we also have the 45th Infantry Division now. These are grenadiers with Marders. Okay. Are they better than the first one? I think they maybe are. Yeah, I think the 45th Infantry Division would be better to bring in here. And I'm going to just move another unit forwards there, have them dig in. All of these can dig in eventually. I'm a little bit concerned about placing that one there because of how close they are to the armored group already. I guess we'll just have one close and then the other one can kind of try and break out. But what happened to these units down here anyway? We need to get back onto the road, have a look at what's going on. Did they actually leave this area? No way. This is hilarious. I feel like they can spawn stuff in here though. I'm not sure if you can actually cut off spawns. We're good. I'm going to move back for now, because I wouldn't have enough points to get to the edge of the map anyway this turn. And I don't want to get cut off by these units moving up here, so yeah, we're going to be careful. Let's see, we can move through here by the looks of things. The partisans moved down, so let's just come across with those guys, and yeah, I think I'm just going to dig in on the far side of the bridge. And then this one I'm going to have, like, just take away this territory, so we'll just have it, like, cut across. Cool. Yeah, we'll just take that away and then we'll move back down again. We'll just kind of block them off up here. I think we will get attacked from behind, maybe, it looks like. So maybe I have to have the Division Group 296 move back to this bridge. And we sort of have them both fortified at Swiss Lodge here. Yeah, I might have to do that. Okay, the unit that was next to Tank Group 20 has moved away. So I'm not sure where I want to go with the tank group here, because I don't want to be engaged by the 15th Guards Tank Brigade. But I could instead start moving downward a little bit. Yeah, I think that's fine, because we could potentially cut these guys off, right? If we hold this bridge here and then move a unit in between, that cuts off all of these units. So let's try and do that, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just move them across like so. Alright, and this unit I'm going to have move out of the city, and we'll dig them in next turn. And I might have to have one come in from the other side, but yeah, we'll leave those ones there for now. If the armor group comes towards us, this is actually going to be quite difficult, but I do have plenty of Panzerschreck, so maybe that can help us out a bit. But that's most of our movement done for this turn. We do need to still move these ones on the left-hand side. Let's just see, is there anything else I need to do? No. Bobruisk is moved. The regiment group there is fine. Okay, so I think it's just a battle with the partisans that we need to do. So we'll bring that in. I'm also going to bring in my fighters. Actually, no. What I'm going to do... We don't need fighters, do we? Because we just destroy their aircraft anyway. Okay, cool. That's fine. Let's just do this then. And we'll tactical battle. Alright, in we go. So getting rid of their aircraft is quite something. Not something that I would usually choose, but I genuinely wanted to try that out. This is a cool map though. This is like the map Lenina, but like from the side. You guys recognize it? Any units that come in transports would be ideal, first of all, to kind of take the ground, and then we can go from there. So probably bring in the Commandant from the start, and just have him like zoom into the town. We do have the Battlefielder there as well. I could also use my Hummels like aggressively as like... Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Like direct fire units. So we just kind of have that move onto the hill on the left hand side there. And we'll have like the Battlefielder on the right hand side. And then we'll just have a bunch of infantry that can run in from the start. So what would be better? Osttruppen or Landesschützen? Probably Osttruppen because they have the MG34. Yeah, that's fine. I can also bring in maybe a couple of like Oberblitz. Yeah, I think we'll do that as well. I have like a couple of Oberblitz that can pick up a couple infantry at the start and just give us a little bit of an advantage. That'll probably be a major advantage actually if we do that. The rest of them can just spread out across the front. We do have like quite heavy artillery, so we can use that to pin down like partisans and stuff. Okay, let's launch the battle. I think that's fine. Get these guys into their vehicles, and we're going to just zoom through the town. Yeah, honestly, I might be able to go like really far up with the Commandant. Just into a position that can give veterancy to the Osttruppen that will be following us up. Okay, cool. Yeah, so far so good. I should probably just give them like straight run orders rather than giving them attack move orders, because then they will ignore cover a bit better and just run towards the objectives. Let's actually have one of these move over to the left hand side. Bring in this artillery piece. Not an artillery piece you see very often. And they're probably still running from spawn right now. Right, next tick, what I'm going to do is get a couple more Oberblitzes to come in and pick up these two Osttruppen that I just bought. And I'm going to have the Oberblitzes kind of stay nearby here because they're going to need their MG ammunition when the partisans show up. Going to be over pretty quickly though. Now imagine how happy they'd be to see transports that have come to pick them up. Yay, transports! Alright, Alright, let's bring in like a Landesführer. Shit, let's go pick that back up. Just unload that. Have a good look at it. This thing's absolutely crazy. Good luck turning that around. These absolute champions, look at them go. Yeah, just wheel that round like it's nothing. Alright, that's gonna take ages to aim, isn't it? I also have the Hummel here that I can use. Probably best to actually target units that are within the radio circle of the Commandant. I'm going to want to that into a group. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, now they've stopped to fire. It's probably best to aim at these. And that one back to go pick up another unit. Unload that one, move the upper blitz back. Well, those guys are taking quite a bit of damage. I thought they'd be better off because they have the 2-star veterancy, but it's fine. Waiting for the artillery to come in, really. Then we can start doing some serious damage. I guess I may as well start moving in with some Landesschützen and Ost. I'm a little bit concerned about the infantry engagements at closer ranges for sure. Alright, this has direct line of sight onto these units, so we'll try and take advantage of that. Oh, the Hummel's gonna direct fire the sniper. Yeah, goodbye. That's rough. This might actually be a bit more difficult than I'd anticipated initially. Just because they are so much more concentrated than we are. As I move individual units up to the front line. Oh, that's an MG42. Shit. Okay, they actually captured an MG42. That's what that was. I was like, why is that doing a lot of damage? I thought it was just a like a Maxim or something, but no, it's an MG42. Interesting. Alright, what I'm probably going to do is pull back from that engagement. We'll try and use the the Hummel to our advantage. I think the Austruppen's dead. Oh, my Battlefield is definitely dead. Oops. That's another MG42 as well. Let's move away from their rifle range. That's almost out of ammunition actually, so I should probably have a... Oh, but let's go back. Let's, yeah, let's fire at the partisans on the left. I'm trying to get rid of this partisan that's running towards us, but they're going to be able to lob a Molotov at me soon. Oh shit. I was trying to do a quick pickup to get away then. That didn't quite go to plan. If I can take out that sniper, that would be really handy. Oh, it's funny making these little plays. It's something I'm not really used to. Doing the manual pickups and stuff. You can see I'm pretty slow at it. I could bring in my other artillery pieces, that might help us out a little bit. Well, there's no reason for those to be running forwards. And I should probably actually send a couple of these to the right hand side because we don't have anything there to stop them right now. Oh well. What would be a good idea is getting some leaders next to the Hummel. If I can sort of have that come all the way from the Landesfjord up here and connect it to the Hummel, that would be great because it would give us a lot better reload time. Interesting. This has turned out to be more challenging than I imagined. And the left side's fine because the Hummel's covering it, but I don't really have anything covering the right hand side, so that could get pretty ugly pretty quickly. I definitely do not want to lose my commandant. We'll make sure he comes back. Him into cover. Alright, cool. Let's just unload these here. We'll have the upper blitz go pick up some more from the spawn, I guess. The direct fire Hummel. How much damage can it do? It's like so inaccurate. It's actually ridiculous. Okay, that one's dead. Hafstead as well. No surprise, really. Made a meal out of this, I feel. Let's start shooting towards that MG. I need to take out those MGs ASAP. Hopefully the Hummel just like one-shots that with a direct hit. That would be nice. I'm gonna bring in some of these motorcycles just to see what's going on. Alright, I could certainly move forwards my Osttruppen here. Probably bring the Landesführer to the side. Because I need to give the veterancy to the Osttruppen. Kill off those partisans. They're not going to have that many partisans, right, to work with. We're slowly breaking them down, and then once they're dead, they're dead. Well, that was a direct hit. When the Hummel does hit the mark, it does the job. That's for sure. I'm not even sure if I need to pick these up in transports right now. Probably just going to have them come back towards my artillery. A lot of guys on target. Goodbye. Nice. Good arty. Let's make sure we're fighting those. Hardstand doing some damage there. I'm going to start moving a Landesschützenost ahead of my Hummel so that we can spot for it. Also, I may as well just spam these in. There we go. Now we can't lose. I guess I could push towards these. If I could make it a major victory, that would be fantastic. So I'm going to attempt to do that, I think. Oh, there is that unit in there that we need to get rid of. Oh, we'll just overwhelm that unit on the left. Fine. Cool. Okay, let's go for this flag ahead of the town. And we'll go for the flag on the left side. Cool. That is fine. Let's see, can we get that extra one up there? I hope so. Maybe get that one up there. I think it's just going to be a minor victory. But we've done a lot of damage, so it might just destroy them anyway. We'll see. I reckon if I can kill the partisans up on that hill, we capture the objective on the left. So if we can attack that in time, we've got 10 seconds left. So we'll see if that gives us enough. I'm not sure there's even going to be enough time to, like, actually the front line to break. No. Okay, never mind. Well, we got plenty of kills. I think we lost quite a few units as well. Yeah, we lost, what was that, 6 units of Ostrup and a Barrifera. Using the Hummel was a good idea anyway. We killed a lot of those partisans, so it's okay. Hopefully they just move off the road, because then I can move the other 2 troops down. Yeah, I made a meal out of that. That was not the best battle to start, but oh well. Oh, we did destroy them. Okay, cool. Oh, that works. Well, totally worth them. Doesn't matter at all. Alright, well, there's that. We've managed to move those troops down. That means we're going to be quite strong on reinforcements down here. And hopefully we can hold on to this reinforcement point against the self-propelled artillery and also the tank brigade. If we break down that tank brigade with the 88s, then we're actually going to be in a super strong position anyway, so that's fine. Alright, well, unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. I am going to leave it here. In the next episode, we'll move on to the next turn, and we'll see how we get on against their attacks. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.